Good morning, students. Today we will see crossing over and synapses and then recombinants. See, this is the way the chromosomes are present. I'm going to show you with an example. Capital A, capital B, and the pair small a, small b. Okay, these four will combine. They form a tetrad appearance. This tetrad appearance, here the connection is formed. The connection is formed in this place. This is capital A, okay, and small a, capital B, small b. Here the connection formed, that is called as synapses. The connection between the chromosome, homologous chromosome, it is known as synapses, and as a result they form the crossing over. Crossing over is nothing but the exchange or chain. Genetic materials are exchanged, that is called as crossing over. As a result of crossing over, we are getting the 4 chromosomes. See, they are resembling the parental chromosome, capital A, capital B, small a, small b. They are resembling the parental chromosome. What is taken first, and the center 2, they are the recombinant. They are the new forms as a result of crossing over. And this is the linked genes. When the genes are present in the same place together, they are called as linked. When they are apart, and if they are present in the different chromosome also, they are called as unlinked genes. The crossing over. Crossing over is the biological process that produces new combination of genes by interchanging. I told you, I showed you through the picture. There is a changing of genetic material, that is called as crossing over. It was first observed by, and it was first coined by Morgan. It takes place during this stage. You have to remember this stage. What stage the crossing over happens? They will ask you the question like this: Pachytene stage of prophase 1 of meiosis. So what stage? Pachytene stage of prophase 1 of meiosis. The crossing over happens in the Pachytene stage of prophase 1 of meiosis. Usually crossing over occurs in the germinal cells. Okay, during the gametogenesis, during the gamete formation, it happens only in the germinal cells. It is called as meiotic or germinal crossing over. If it is happening in the germinal cells, that is called as germinal crossing over or meiotic. It has been universal occurrence and has a great significance. It has got a great use. Rarely crossing over occurs in the somatic cells also. Mostly it happens in the gametogenesis or the gamete formation, but also it occurs in the somatic cells during mitosis. If it is happening in the somatic cells, it is called as mitosis. It is called as somatic or mitotic crossing over. They will ask the question like, what is mitotic crossing over? If it is happening in the somatic cells, then it is called as mitotic crossing over or somatic crossing over. What are the mechanism? What are the steps that are involved in the crossing over? Crossing over is a precise process that includes stage like, what are the stages? Synapses, tetrad formation, crossing over, and terminalization. Okay, first we will see synapses. Intimate pairing between two homologous chromosomes. Synapse is nothing but the connection. It is a connecting. During the zygotine stage of prophase 1 of meiosis, homologous chromosomes are aligned side by side, resulting in the pair of homologous chromosomes called bivalence. The parent, bivalence means 2. The pairing phenomenon is known as synapsis or synthesis or synthesis. There are three types of synapses. Procentric means the pairing starts in the middle of the chromosome. If the pairing is happening in the middle of the chromosome, it is procentric. Proterminal, it starts from the telomeres. When it is happening in any other place, it is known as random synapses. And tetrad formation. Each homologous chromosomes of a bivalent begin to form 2 identical sister chromatis, which remain held together by centromere. The center one is known as centromere. And this stage, each bivalent has 4 chromatis. This stage is known as tetrad stage. Bivalent means this is the tetrad stage. And crossing over. Next stage is the crossing over. After tetrad formation, crossing over occurs in the Pachytene stage. The non-sister chromatids of the homologous pair make a contact at one or more points These points of contact between the non-sister chromosomes of the homologous chromosomes is known as chiasmata. Chiasmata, or in singular you can call it as chiasma. A chiasmata, a cross-shaped or X-shaped structure is formed, where breaking and rejoining of the two chromatids occur. Where there happens the breaking. This results in the reciprocal exchange of equal and corresponding segments between them. The recent study reveals that synapses and chiasma formation are facilitated by structure called as synaptonymal complex, that is known as SC. This complex formation is absent in some species of male Drosophila, hence crossing over does not take place. See, this is the crossing over. It takes place in the prophase 1 Pachytene stage of prophase 1 of meiosis. See how the crossing over happens. After the crossing over, it gets separated and the new recombinants are formed. There is an exchange of genetic material. So, crossing over involves 4 steps. Crossing over involves 3 steps. One is the synapsis, and then the tetrad formation. After that is the crossing over. And four steps, and the fourth one is the terminalization. It will get separated. Okay. In synapsis, they getting paired. It might be either in the 3 forms: procentric, proterminal, or random synapses. In tetrad formation, they'll form 4. I'll show you the picture like this. It is a tetrad formation, and there happens the crossing over, and this is through the chiasmata. This is the place where the crossing over occurs, that is known as the chiasmata. And in some places it is recently studied that synaptonymal complex, only this places facilitates the crossing over, and in Drosophila melanogaster it is absent, so there is no crossing over. Next is the terminalization. Terminalization means separation. After crossing over, chiasma starts to move towards the terminal ends of the chromatids. This is known as terminalization. As a result, complete separation of homologous chromosomes occurs. Now, types of crossing over. See the 4 chromosomes. How the starting? It starts with the crossing over. If it is happening in the one place, that is known as single crossing over. The formation of the single chiasma, single cross X-shaped structure, that will lead into 4. Out of the 4, only 2 chromatids. Out of the 4, only 2 chromatids will join. That is known as single crossing over. Here, of the 2, they will have a 2 crosses. That is known as double crossing. Formation of 2 chiasmata involving 2 or 3 or all 4 strands. That is known as chiasmata. And multiple crossing over. Formation of more than 2 crossing over. That is known as multiple chiasmata. See, the 4 strands. It might involve all the 4. These are the types of crossing over. After crossing over, the new genes that are formed. See the combinations. And what is the importance of crossing over? Due to the exchange of the materials, new genes combination. These play an important role in the evolution. New genes are formed. Studies of crossing over reveals that the genes are arranged linearly. I told you last time itself. See, the genes are arranged linearly inside the chromosomes. Genetic maps are made based on the frequency of crossing over. Based on the frequency, genetic maps can be made. How the frequency, how the recombinants, new varieties are produced, based on that the genetic map is formed. And then is the crossing over helps to understand the nature and mechanism of the gene action, and it is useful for if a useful new combinations form, it can be used in plant breeding. New varieties, the same thing, the new varieties can be formed. That's all about the crossing over and the synapses. Next is the recombinant. Recombinants. What do you mean by recombinants? Apart from the parental, the new one produced. This is because crossing over results in the formation of the new combination of characters in an organism called recombinants. In this, segments of DNA are broken. How they are formed? It is broken and recombined to produce produce new combination of alleles. This is known as recombinations. The DNA is broken and they are recombined and they form the new combination of alleles, that is known as recombinants. The widely accepted DNA model during the crossing over is, the widely accepted, that's name given is Holiday's. It is Holiday's hybrid DNA model. It was first proposed by Robin Holiday. That's why the name is given. To honor him, the name is given as Holiday hybrid. And it involves several steps. Homologous DNA molecules are paired side by side. First, they are paired side by side with the duplicate copies of DNA. One strand of the DNA cut in one place. One strand will cut in one place, and there, by an enzyme called, the enzyme involved is known as endonuclease. The cut strands cross and join the homologous strands, forming the Holiday structure or Holiday junction. The Holiday junction migrates away from the original site and processes a branch migration. As a result of heteroduplex region is formed. The DNA strand is cut along through the vertical line or horizontal. It might be either vertical or horizontal. The vertical cut will result in the heteroduplex and the horizontal will result in the heteroduplex with non-recombinants. So, if the vertical cut is done, it will form a recombinant. Whereas when the horizontal cut is done, it will form the non-recombinant. It will be the original parent itself will be formed. You can see the picture. The two recombinants are non-recombinant chromatids. The first two one, because they are not joined. The joined one, that will produce a new recombinant variety, the new type. And how to calculate the recombinant variety, recombinant frequency. The percentage of the recombinant progeny in a cross is called as recombinant frequency. That is calculated using the formula. The data is obtained from the alleles in coupling configuration. That is through the formula. The recombinant frequency, that is equal to number of recombinants. And the number of recombinants we are getting in a cross by total number of offspring. You might get, for example, you are getting 2 recombinants. The total number of offspring is 4. So 2 by 4 into 100. In that way you have to take. So the number of recombinants based on the chromosomes. If you are taking 2 or more thing, you have to add. Then the frequency is 12%. Last time we have studied that if it is below 50, then the recombinance frequency is very low. And next is the genetic mapping. Based on the recombinant frequency, you can draw the map distance. The genes are present in the linear order along the chromosome. They are present in the specific location. The place is known as locus. The diagrammatic representation of the position of the genes and the related distance between the adjacent gene is known as genetic mapping. It is directly proportional to the mapping directly proportional to the recombination between them. That is known as linkage map. And this was studied by the Morgan students Sturtevant. It provides clues about the gene lies on that chromosome, how many and what are the spaces of the genes. See the map distance. The unit of distance of genetic map unit, that is, to honor the scientist Morgan, it is given as centimorgan. So if it is 100 centimorgan is equal to 1 morgan. For example, the distance between A and B genes is estimated 3.5 map units, means then 3.5 centimorgans or 0.035 centimorgans. So see the distance between A and B. Based on this structure, you can construct the gene map, and based on the values you can construct the gene map. Okay, the gene maps can be constructed from the series of test crosses for pairs of genes called as 2-point crosses, but this is not efficient because double cross is missed. So 3-point test cross. So what they are taking is tri-hybrid cross. They are taking the result of, as a result, tri-hybrid cross. We are drawing the map distance. Okay, that's all about the map distance. We will see the 3-point S cross in the next class, and we also will see the how to measure the how to get the frequency recombinant frequency. Thank you.